Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Innovative Disruptors Podcast. Today, we're going to do things a little bit differently. I know the last couple episodes have been interviews with some awesome people, Michael Folan over at Tax Token and Will Lopez at Advisorify.com. But today, I kind of want to there's a couple things I want to hit on today that I want to talk to you guys about. And then next week, we actually have an awesome guest lined up to talk a lot about workplace automation, different integrations and workflow solutions that you can use for your company. And so we're going to kind of dive deep into that and talk a little bit about that next week. So I hope you guys tune in. But this week, we're going to change things up a little bit. So I want to talk about because some things have been on my mind lately and just talk to you guys, openly and just let you know what I've been thinking. So kind of one of the things I want to hit on is small business owners. So entrepreneurs, self-employed, people working with the DBAs, LLCs, out there living the dream, making the dream come true and everything. Great. I love it. I love what you guys are doing it. Y'all are killing it. Keep up the good work, One thing though, I do see that a lot of these companies, especially smaller companies, lack is a actual accounting system in place. So a lot of these small business owners, when I talk to them, they tell me, "Oh, I've got everything up in my head. I don't need to do that." Or, "Nah, I send my invoices by paper," or, "My receptionist types it all up and sends it over and everything," or, "My wife takes care of it and everything." And well, and that's good and it works great and everything. I think now, especially with the new year being here and it being January 3rd today, I think there is a really great opportunity for some of these small business owners to really get a handle on their accounting so that you don't miss expenses, so that you don't misplace expenses, so that you can kind of keep track of where you're at and making sure that are the projects I'm working on making money for me? Is the time being spent on these projects actually worth it? Or am I better off doing this other project or doing this other thing instead of doing it on this? And so that's something that these accounting platforms can offer you. Now, I know a lot of you know. If you don't know, well, you will know now. I drank the big cup of Kool-Aid that was zero. Last episode, me and Will talked about it. We love the platform. We love the communities they're building. If you guys haven't been part of those communities yet, I suggest you join. I have met some amazing people who have been very collaborative, very helpful. I actually just got off the phone with a gentleman who's starting his own practice here, and he's looking for different applications to help with kind of some of the workflow systems that he's trying to implement. And we had a conversation about, okay, well, this is what I use. This is how I use it. This is this way. And he's testing out some other ones and telling me his point of view on that. And okay, let's talk about how can we make that work? What makes sense for you? Okay, well, and he came up with a solution that actually we might implement in our firm with a different application. It's a proposal software. For those of you that have to write proposals, whether it's consultants, accountants have to do it. CPAs, EAs, bookkeepers, tax preparers. You have to write a proposal and send it to the client, and you want it to look professional. You want it to look nice. And for those of you that have done it manually, it takes a long time. It takes a really long time. So I did that at first for some of these monthly advisory clients we have, and it took forever. It took forever. And so I started doing my research and came across Practice Ignition. Practice Ignition, awesome software, awesome proposal software, also can automate these payments to where your clients accept the proposal, very nice looking, very clean looking. They accept the proposal and then they input their credit card information and Practice Ignition automatically bills them every month or every quarter, whatever it is that the billing was in the engagement letter. Works out great. And so he was talking a little bit about PandaDoc, what kind of does the same thing, but it doesn't do the recurring billing. And so that's something that we discussed, setting up a Stripe and setting up a subscription service through Stripe with PandaDoc to where you can set up that recurring billing, and then the invoice comes into the accounting software, which we're both using Xero because we both drank the Kool-Aid, and it'll create the invoice in Xero marked as paid. You're good to go. Everything gets tracked. You don't have to worry about constantly having to go in and type information or having to keep confidential credit card information on file for your clients. Stripe keeps it all. So that's something that, we talked about and everything. Again, back to these communities. Awesome. If you guys haven't experienced it, I'd say do it. So back to where we were. Accounting softwares for small business owners. Why are they important? They help you keep track of essentially how much money you're making in your business. You can sit there and try to keep track. You add up the receipts and you can add up the income and everything. And you can, for the most part, keep track of it that way. But that just requires a lot of time and a lot of labor. Where these softwares, they connect to your bank and you can download the transactions automatically. And then you just make sure to send the transaction to the right account. So you've got Starbucks, meals, you've got Office 365 subscriptions, dues and subscriptions, or, you've got paper that you buy at wherever, your paper that you buy for your printers, office expenses, things like that. You can send it to the right account and you can actually see where the money's going and what you're spending on in real time. And that's the good part of it, is you can actually see where you're at in real time instead of having to, come in and have to add up all your receipts, add up all your deposits, and then having to figure out, this is where we're at. And then you just kind of get a snapshot, but you can't really tell exactly where you're at. The good thing about these two is that you can also track, if let's say you're project based. So you're a lawyer or you're a business coach and you work per project. So, and you do fixed billing, because that's the new thing, at least I know in the law profession and in the accounting profession, it's all about moving away from hourly billing. A lot of people, the old business model is hourly billing, and a lot of people move into fixed and value-based billing. So let's say you do fixed, and you know that you're going to charge you're a business coach, and you're going to charge your client $2,000 for a program that you're going to put them through. I don't know. It's arbitrary. And so, but you want to make sure you want to track the expenses related to it. So let's say there's travel related, you take them out to eat, your different kind of whatever it is that you're paying for specifically for that project. You want to make sure that you made money and your time. Or let's say you have one of your staff working on it and you want to make sure to track the how much money you're making essentially on that project. You can do that with these accounting softwares, which is great. And that's where something that I feel like small businesses should be looking to do, especially here in January at the beginning of the year, is to do that, is get these accounting systems set up. Talk to your advisor, get yourself an advisor who is going to work with you to help you kind of keep track of what's going on, what is what, and where's the money going. At the end of the day, it's all about cash flow. Especially if you're a small business, you got to make sure you have the money to pay the bills. And so you want to see where your money's going. And the benefit about this is that with these cloud accounting softwares, there are applications that link up to it that can essentially do anything. So I know one that we use is HubDoc. What is HubDoc? HubDoc is a software that you log in through HubDoc, and they have a secure direct connection to most banks, most major banks, and you actually log in through there, and they pull all the bank statements for you. And then they also pull all the check images and deposit images for you. And you can also log into like Comcast if you have your internet. You can do fax. I know I use HelloFax for my fax machine, and I log into there, and it pulls the invoice every month. It pulls the invoice for HubDoc, the invoice for the Practice Ignition that we use. All these different, it logs in and it pulls those invoices for me. And we're able to then, with the bank statements, we don't have to actually call the client and be, hey, can you send me this or can you send me that, which works out well because let's be real, you know, you're out there trying to make money. You're not trying to find bank statements for me. And it works out for the client because if they need a bank statement, it's right there. They don't have to worry about logging in to the bank or anything. It's right there. And same thing with check images or deposit slips. If you need to know what a check is, you can automatically go in there and you can see, okay, this check was for this. And especially if you're doing kind of a lot of project based, you can actually, they can write on there what project it's for or where it's supposed to go to, so you can allocate it to the right area. And we also use it to do receipt capturing. So for our clients, what we have them do is anytime they have a receipt, they open the HubDoc app on their phone, take a picture of the receipt and upload it. And so what we do, we go look at the receipt and make sure that whatever it is that they tagged on there, if they wrote this project or this for this, you know, for it's supposed to be allocated to this, we make sure to go in, it reads the receipt for you, we send it to the right account, we send it to where it's supposed to go, and then automatically gets sent and attached to that transaction. So what does that mean? That means if you ever get audited, which heaven forbid, hope you don't, but if you do, you don't have to go scouring for boxes of receipts that you have in the back of your closet, in the back room where the guests stay. They have to do is go into there, open that transaction, and the receipt is right there. And you don't have to worry about it fading because it's a picture. It's a picture. So, which is, again, like I said, awesome. Direct integration with Xero. Xero actually owns HubDoc. So that's what we use for our clients to kind of make it work back and forth. And it has worked amazingly, you know, because then now our clients don't have to worry about having boxes of receipts anymore and anything. And that's something that small business owners can utilize as well, because I know it is a pain to keep up with your receipts. Let's be real, especially if you're making a lot of little small transactions, you know, it's just a pain. And this way, this actually stores it all for you on the cloud. And then if you want to go one extra and kind of keep a backup copy of it, you can link up your Box.com account or one of those online cloud storage systems, and they can automatically send it there and store there for you to have access to if you ever need it as well. And so, which is great because one, less real estate for the client. I mean, for you guys, small businesses. You know, when I'm talking about clients, I'm talking about you guys. And less real estate for y'all because you don't have to worry about keeping all these boxes and having to store all this information anymore. And two, it's just less of a headache. It makes it so much easier. Once you get into the groove of things, you start going in it and everything, easy breezy. You don't have to worry about it. And then you'll sit there and wonder, why did I do this before? Why did I wait so long to do this? So yeah, cloud accounting, getting your accounting in place. Now is the time to do it because it's the beginning of the year. It's still early enough to get everything set up, get everything going the right way you want it, get all these processes and systems in place for, you know, this receipt capture. Or if you want, you can also kind of use HubDoc to pull these invoices that you owe. It'll send it to a program called Bill.com, which then it lines up all the, it manages all your AP. So essentially you have all these bills that are coming up due. It'll pull those invoices, send it to Bill.com. It'll get it ready for you. And you go on your phone, you approve the payment, and they will send the payment for you electronically. And you don't they'll send a check or whatever it is, they'll pay it for you, and you don't have to worry about paying it. All you do is just swipe on your phone. I love it. I love it. The more I can do on my phone, I don't know about y'all, but the more I can do on my phone, the better. Because let's be real, I'm on my phone already as it is. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever other apps are out there that I don't even know. Because I'm sure there are a million that people are on, but those are the ones I'm on. I'm on Instagram all the time. If you guys haven't followed us on Instagram yet, you should, at ZTX Advisors. We got some great content on there. I love it. And, you know, we love to interact with our followers all the time. So if you guys have a chance, go follow us on Instagram. But yeah, you know, your phone is your central hub. You know, a lot of people don't understand is they can actually work from their phone or an iPad. One of those iPads with cellular, data on it, to where you can actually connect to the internet. You have the plan to connect to the internet. You can actually run most of your business through there, sending invoices, sending bids, things like that. If you're in the construction business, you can send a bid right there. Or let's say you're talking to a client and you agree on something, you can actually create the invoice on your phone and boom, email it to them right there. You can even set it up to where you sign it. They can right there look at it. They can sign it and pay you right then and there. And what's better than that? Instead of having to send the invoice and then, oh, it got lost in the mail, it got this, it got that. And so that's kind of, one of those things like, okay, and then you have to try to collect and things can get a little rough. And then the relationship starts to get strained because, oh, well, no, I sent you the check, but then I did it. And then I forgot and I thought I did. And this way, you get paid faster and easier. I know with Xero, we use Xero and Stripe for my company. And so the good thing about that is they actually, with the invoices, you can actually pay with Apple Pay. So I've had some clients, hey, how do I pay this? I'm like, do you have Apple Pay set up? Yeah, okay. And then just follow the instructions. You hit the big green Pay Now button, hit Apple Pay, do your thumbprint if you still have the thumbprint. I know I do on my iPhone. I don't have the new iPhone yet, but I thumbprint it and you're good to go. Your bill is paid. And that's something that I think is to make it easier for your clients, because the easier it is for them, the easier it is for you to get paid. And that's what it's all about. It's all about making it easy. It's about customer service and making it easier for your clients. And so that's where I think, Xero, companies like Xero and QuickBooks can come in and do that. Like I said, I drank the Kool-Aid at Xero. I'm going to push Xero all the way. I love what they're doing. I'm not a big fan of QuickBooks, but it is the industry standard here in the US. And, and understandably, when you talk about accounting, they're like, oh, QuickBooks. Yeah, like QuickBooks. But let me tell you about Xero. And then that's where, so that's kind of, my 2 cents on that. So, but anyways, cloud accounting software solution, guys. I suggest you get it. It's going to revolutionize your business. You are going to actually be able to see the numbers in real time, and it's going to help you grow, and it's going to make life a lot easier for your tax preparer, whoever it is at the end of the year, your accountant, your CPA, your EA at the end of the year, to be able to prepare your taxes as well. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. It wins for you because there's so much you can do to kind of automate and help make your company more efficient, and it'll help them to where it'll cut the time for them to do. So if they're still billing you by the hour, it'll cut the time it's going to take for you for them to prepare this. They don't have to go through that anymore. You get your tax return quicker, and if you get a refund, you get your refund quicker, which we all know the quicker you get the refund, the better, because we're coming around that time right now, guys. So, but yeah, so that was one of the things I want to talk about. Another thing too is kind of with the new year, I see all the time, everybody, oh, new year, new me. New year, new mindset. New year, things are going to be different this year. Just, something I learned early on. Just hustle. You do have to have the right mindset. I've seen people just kind of they want to start their own business, but they're not sure of themselves. They're not, oh, well, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm smart enough to do it. And well, what have you been doing this last 10 years? Well, I'm working in this industry, but you don't think you can go out on your own? Well, no, I don't think I can, and it's all about the mindset, and I've seen a lot of these different people out there, LinkedIn influencers and things like that, talking about your mindset. And something I've learned, it's 100% true. You have to have the right mindset. You have to go in hungry and ready and willing, and you got to take those punches. Because you will life will punch you in the face. I know firsthand, you will take some losses, you'll take some L's, but it's all about focusing on your goal and never giving up and making sure that, I don't care what you throw at me, what life throws at me, do it. Go out there and get it and do it, guys, because I promise you, it is worth it. There are bad days. Every entrepreneur will tell you there are probably more bad days than good days, but those good days feel great. Being an entrepreneur is hard. I never thought I was going to be an entrepreneur ever in my life. I always thought I'm going to go get a job, work for whatever it is, retire, cushy pension, retirement account, whatever it is, and then just kind of, live my life like that. I never really thought I was going to go out on my own. It wasn't until I saw the big flaw of the old school mentality of these accounting firms, the way they're working, that, and just the way business is done in general, with with the advent of new technologies coming in and people trying to stick to the old ways and everything, that I decided, you know what, I can actually help some people and do things a lot differently, which is what I'm trying to do. With us, I have a team member. I've talked about her several times. Morgan works part-time, stay-at-home mom, one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life, and just an awesome team member. I can count on her for anything. And, she works at her own time, works at her own pace, and I'm okay with that. I give her a due date. It's done. I don't have to worry about it. And so, yeah, we have Morgan. Like I said, awesome employee, everything. And we actually, I'm trying to do things differently. I got into entrepreneurship to help people. Yeah, you get in it you make money and everything, but something I've noticed, and I noticed this early on, is you help people and the money will come. Our business model is, we're not in the business to make money. We're in the business to make dreams come true. And that's something that, and it's come back, because I want to help people achieve their dreams. You have a small business, you want to grow, let's do it. This is what I can do for you. This is how I can help you. And let me introduce you to my network that can help you with these other things, and let's get you going, Or you have a problem that that you're having trouble with and you can't figure it out. Let me come in. I'll help you out, a second set of eyes and things like that. So like I said, entrepreneurship is hard, but you just have to have the right mindset for it. And that's something that, that you're going to come across other people. Some people are very focused, laser focused, and, it has to be done this way. It has to be done that way, and they're successful, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of your mindset and making sure that you understand that you're going to take some L's, but there will also be some wins in there as well. And as long as you just keep your head up and keep fighting, it's going to happen, And if you're doing things right, it's going to happen. You're going to be successful. Now, if you're sitting at home and working 2-3 hours a day and thinking, oh, it'll come, then no. I will say you have to hustle. The hustle is real. The hustle is real. But when you're doing something that you really thoroughly enjoy and you love, you don't mind the hustle. And especially for you doing it yourself. Like I said, I love helping people. I love it whenever I can save. We just had a tax client that we saved $40,000 on their tax bill with some year-end tax planning. I mean, tell me, how awesome is that? And they were just ecstatic because they had a couple other things come up and they were worried about how much they were going to pay because they knew they had a pretty good year, very good year actually. So, things like that, it's like I said, the mindset. You need to make, just make sure to have the right mindset going into it. So, yeah, guys. It's kind of pretty much it. Like I said, this format was a little bit different. I just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit, just a little powwow we can have. With the holidays, it was kind of, things got real busy and everything. So, but like I said, next week we got an awesome guest coming on, and we got a couple more scheduled that I'm really excited about. We got one guy who's out there who is, his sole mission is to essentially change the way people think about accountants, which I love because people see us and they think, oh, pocket protectors and nerdy glasses and just like, oh, and so, but yeah, I'm excited about that. And like I said, and by any means, if there's anything you guys want to hear, or there's anything you guys want to, anybody that you guys want are interested in having, please reach out, let us know. We'll be more than happy to bring them on board, or at least talk to them and figure out, kind of what, get them on board and see if we can talk. So, alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys next week.